We don't have much time, so I will hand this over to Mr. Bharat Kamat for the next talk.
Chairman of the Green Building Council in Goa, and I'll be speaking on synergies or how we can work together, the fashion industry, the textile industry, and green buildings. One of the speakers spoke of how textile industry is second largest polluting industry, and how we also know that buildings are extremely polluting. So how do we work together and reduce the kind of impact we're having on the environment? Next slide. This is the first green building in India. It was rated a platinum rating. It was constructed in the year 2001. Since then, we have come a long way, and we have got 6.2 billion square feet of green building ratings in India. Next. When we talk of a green building is one which conserves natural resources. That's what each speaker was speaking about. How do we move away from artificial material to natural material, natural dyes and natural clothing material? Green buildings use less water. Textiles, again, is having a huge impact on the environment because of water usage. Optimum use of energy efficiency, generate less waste, and provide healthier spaces. In fact, healthier spaces is something what we talk about when it comes to green interiors. Green interiors are something which each entity should adopt in their showrooms. Next slide. Next. When we talk of green interiors, what you see here is interiors where you have closed everything and you've just gone upon the interior design. Next, please. When you talk of green interiors, we talk of a connect between the inside of the building and the outside. You see there's an opening there which lets us connect to the natural environment, green views, large windows, and also natural air coming into your showrooms. Next. Puma has adopted green interiors. They've got a gold rating for their building in Bangalore. This is their external facade. What you see is solar panels on the top to reduce the electrical consumption. Use solar energy, which is green energy. The shading from the solar panels, the shading reduces the direct impact of sunlight on your showroom and hence keeps your building cooler, and it reduces your energy consumption. Next slide. Again, we have used we have taken the air conditioning to the floor level. So what you get is you don't have to cool the entire space. If you cool the lower part of the building, the comfort, the people standing in your showroom will feel the comfort, and your load on the air conditioning will reduce, your electricity bills will reduce. Next. You see here the slots are made on the floor level, so your levels, you're not heating the entire building space, you're just heating the lower levels. Next. We recommend the use of rapidly renewable materials. The fall ceiling is not of your what you see in the hotels and all. This is of bamboo. Bamboo, I think, is widely used also in the fashion industry. The countertops, everything are made of renewable materials. In green interiors, we recommend less VOC material, volatile organic compound, which again damages the inside air. So we talk of healthier living spaces in green interiors. Next. Bamboo can be used for clothing, bamboo used for decor, for your furniture, for your fall ceilings. Next slide. And green interiors and fashion design. The focus areas would be use of materials that are softer on nature, as we see bamboo or rapidly renewable materials. Energy efficient interiors, as I showed you on the earlier slides. How do we reduce your air conditioning? How do you reduce your lighting requirements and reduce the impact on the environment? When you build green, when you have green interiors, you have a healthier indoor environment quality. So people coming into your showroom feel a better comfort, and once you are more comfortable in your showroom, that pushes you to buy more. And water optimization. This is one of the very important aspects in a green building. Next. Next. Once we have got a rating in the green building under CII called the Green Pro rating system. This rating system is being adopted by number of manufacturers to rate their product as green. This is one of the eco-labeling marks which we have in the country, and this can be adopted in the clothing industry for a green eco-label. Next. Next. These are some of the companies that go for Green Pro certification. You've got ACC, JSW, you've got Twiga, you've got Nitco Tiles, Nitco Paint, sorry. Next. Green fashion. Green fashion is today what is on our minds today. We are at the Green Fashion Week, and we talk of recyclable, organic, and eco-friendly materials. Today we are using plant-based dyes. Same way in green, when we talk of green buildings, we are pushing a change of attitude where when we try to change the attitude of people, the mindset of people to adopt different kind of materials, eschew the use of polluting materials and go more towards modern materials or natural materials which have a lesser impact on the environment. Next. PET bottles we use, we throw, but there has been an attempt to make fabric out of recyclable bottles, and Bangalore, RCB, Royal Challengers Bangalore and Mumbai Indians, they had fabric made out of PET bottles. Next. This is another slide which connects us, the green building industry, to the fashion industry. Once you look at the first gentleman on this, he's wearing a very casual clothing. He's having he would be impacted once he comes into the indoors where our air conditioning would make him feel very, very cold. On the right, we have got an overdressed man with the Western attire, like I am standing here with a suit and all. So we have to keep the temperature and air conditioning very low. So that impact is, again, we draw a lot of energy and we impact the environment. So what's the ideal cooling levels? We talk of 24 degrees in the insides, in the showrooms, where we can use our ethnic clothing, natural clothing, and still be comfortable in an air-conditioned environment. Next. Green fashion, again, when you look at it, it enhances human comfort. We are talking of use of natural clothing, natural materials, which in India we have been using for very long, but somewhere down the line we have adopted artificial clothing, terracotta, nylon, and other things, which again is not suitable for our climate. So we sort of we have adopted Western cultures there, and today we speak of moving back to our traditional material. And that is one important thing when we talk of green fashion. Please move back to natural material. Linen cloth is we feel very comfortable, we don't sweat, and yet when we come indoors, it's also okay for us. Materials, we talk of new life to industrial and consumer waste. How do we recycle these materials? How do we use artificial materials? How do we convert it into the we look at the cradle to cradle approach, and we sort of use those materials and recycle them into our building products today. Same way we can recycle material and use it into clothing material. Next. When we sum up, green building is an excellent opportunity to reduce operating costs from day one. This is where your factories, your manufacturing units, your administrative blocks can adopt these standards. Adopting green standards would help you reduce your operational costs. It will reduce your electricity consumption. It will reduce your water consumption, and you will be be known as a sustainable manufacturer. You get tangible and intangible benefits. One of the tangible benefits would be lower light bills, lower water bills. Intangible benefits would be a healthier living in indoor environment quality, healthier interiors. Your output from the workers will be higher and absenteeism will be less. So this is where we can connect green buildings and green fashion. And I hope to work with you all in the future. Let's look at some sort of a tie-up between the textile industry, green buildings, the IGBC and CII. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kamat.